I am writing a book, and you are joining me. Last November, I wrote 50,000 words in my new book that doesn't have a name yet because I haven't decided what I'm going to call the book. And after November, I wrote about 15,000 words more, and I actually wrote a book. It was around 65,000 words, but the book was not finished. I had to go back and revise the book because I actually want to try and publish it. I have no high hopes for this, but I want to do it anyway. So, I didn't do as much as I was hoping to do over the course of 2025. I have thought about the book a lot. I've opened up Scrivener, which is the program that I am using to write the book. And but I didn't actually write anything. And here we are again. November. My goal for this year's November is to revise the whole book. It's kinda ambitious to do because I don't have as much time this year around as I did last year, but hopefully I can go over things and doesn't have to change everything, so I won't probably have to write 50,000 words, just go over 65,000 words instead. So, with that, let's start writing. So, where did I get the idea to write 50,000 words in 1 month? It's a big challenge to do, especially for someone like me who hadn't actually wrote anything before. I play D&D and I am a DM for that, and it's not writing, but it's storytelling. And all my life I've been having these thoughts in my head, building up fantasy stories and stuff like that, but I haven't actually gotten to write them down. But I did it, I succeeded. And some of you might be thinking, whoa, isn't that nanomonovri, nanomovre, nomonimi, nanovrimu, I think it's called. Well, that crashed and burned, but that's where I got the idea, from a friend who had done that in the past years. But I found another way. I found the November challenge, or November-utmaningen. So I joined a Discord community. I am better writing than talking, I promise, I promise. It's called Skrivsällskapet Annanstans, and I'll link down to their Instagram down below so you can check them out. It's a wholesome community. Yeah, so I can't speak. Skrivsällskapet Annanstans is a Discord for, it's a writing community. How can... Yeah, you know what I mean. It is in Swedish, because I am Swedish, and it's kind of weird. I am sitting here talking English to you, but I am going to write in Swedish for now. I want to write in English later on, in like other projects, but for now I feel it's better that I write in my native tongue than in English, even though I think I'm pretty good at English. Kinda, because I can't speak, as you know. I started the November challenge this year without a plan actually. So my only plan was buy tea, because tea is important when you are writing. I have learned this from the masters themselves. So I did that, and then was like, okay, so how am I actually going to do this? So what I did was I went to a cafe, sat down with my computer, and just went over my whole book. And you can see my chapters here. And guys, I know that if you are really good at Scrivener, you will get frustrated with how I have like structured everything, and that is because I do not know how this program work. Well, not really. So it's kind of makeshift for now, and that's okay. I will probably maybe change it in the future. Maybe. Please let me know down in the comments if you have some great tips for me to check out regarding my structures in Scrivener. Please do. So here you can see I have 23 chapters, well 22 chapters and one epilogue. So what I did was I didn't read the book from word per word because I know what's in it. So I went over all the chapters, and then I put down some notes here down in the right. Here in chapter 5, I put down that I believe there are happening things that are kinda the same, but in different places in this chapter. So I want to make sure either I have more like variety or that I remove stuff. And my main character will also climb a wall in this chapter, and I'm not sure if that's what she's actually going to do. So I'm going to think about that, maybe change that. We'll see. So I did this for every chapter. I also have some comments on special aspects of the text, as you could see here, because I want to change this. So I went over everything here. I have notes for every chapter. So that's kind of a vague outline. After that, it was time to actually start rewriting stuff. So I went from first word just down, reading through it and changing things that needed changing, and keeping things that needed keeping. One big problem I had was that I've used different tenses in the text. So sometimes my characters was saying things like they said it here and now, and sometimes I wrote it like they said it in the past tense. So that's what's kind of weird. So I also have to check out for that and go over all those things. Chapter 1 starts with a funeral for my main character and her big sister's parents who have died. They were the king and queen of the country, and they have died, and we start at their funeral. I've changed stuff like the main intro, the first paragraph, you can say, how it was the theme was changed a bit to not be as big as I've planned beforehand. I took inspiration from Wheel of Time, and I think that my intro was too big, so I've narrowed it down, tried to incorporate like people in the city and stuff like that as we follow the wind blowing towards the church where the funeral is happening. Otherwise, I didn't change much in chapter 1. It's mostly speech about their parents. The main character's big sister Katarina is in the front speaking. I put in a character Rune who is in the rest of the book, who is kind of protective over my main character. And so I wanted that to show even here, right at the beginning of the book, so you can follow that as we go along. My main character's name is Marilyn. It's not Marilyn, it's Mari Lin. As you can see here, I marked the text here for you guys. Chapter 1 is kind of a introduction to some of the characters, not all, but some of them. And the perspective here is kind of up like the readers, I was going to say the watchers, the readers are in the room kind of and watching this thing happen, so it doesn't actually follow one person in this chapter. For chapter 2 though, the perspective starts with Katarina and how it's been a week since the funeral, and now she is the new queen. She has a king as well, but she is the daughter of the king and queen, so she's the ruler, and her king is like, it should be a prince, but I like that they are queen and king, even though she's the one in charge. It starts with her going to wake her little sister Marlin up, and they have a fun moment where like a heartfelt moment for these two. We have some character identifying traits even now. And then our main character is going away to learn about magic, because the magic system in this story is that you have to take power from somewhere to use magic. So it is forbidden to use strong magic, because that kind of magic can't only take your power from like within you, making you tired and stuff like that. So if you use too strong of a magic, you will have to bring life force from your surroundings. It can be like flowers, the grass, the ground, or other people. So it can be dangerous. So that's forbidden. And we also learn about legend of a blue-haired thief that was reigning here 50 years ago. And Marlin's teacher Ulf was there then, so he knows this woman, but he doesn't know her name. So it's just a legend to kind of talk about the magic system a bit. It's not super complicated, but that's yeah. And after the lesson, we changed the perspective to Marlin. We start from kind of the end of the chapter here. We changed to Marlin and how she is going to see how they are redecorating the castle now that the prior king and queen are dead. They need to like bring in new colors and stuff like that. Then we go over to chapter 3. And even here, we start with Katarina's perspective, but only 2 paragraphs here. This is in Katarina's view, as she can see how Marlin and the guy Rune is sparring together. And then we change back to Marlin's perspective. And we get some character aspects of her in this chapter, where she's still young. She is not an adult yet. I believe I have made her like 16 years old or something like that. She's a princess, but she also knows that she will not be queen because Katarina is queen. So she has like the, how can you say, not the power, but the power of being a royalty, but not the pressure of actually becoming queen. So she's kind of spoiled, but I don't want her to be so spoiled that you do not like her, because she is the main character, but spoiled enough that she can have some character growth later on. This is where I am after week 1. I've only written like 7,000 words, and I need to go up to 64 or 65, I can't remember. So I am a long way from my goal, but I actually hope that I will make it. If I don't make it, so be it. It's fine. I will not die if I don't, but it would be nice if I made my goal and revised the whole book. I do apologize if I am just rambling. This is my first time not doing YouTube, but this is my first time doing like this style of YouTube where I'm actually just sitting and talking. So please let me down in the comments if I need to change anything, if you want more structure, should I stop moving around as much in Scrivener, do you have any tips on how to use Scrivener? Not super advanced, because, yeah, one step at a time, guys, one step at a time. Please. But give us a thumbs up if you like the video, if you want to see more. I imagine that I will get better and better at showing you guys what I am doing. This is like my intro episode, so that's why also it's kind of, I've done all these things and I didn't show you as much as I wanted to. My thinking is that going forward I am going to record myself when I have my writing sessions, and then I can talk about the things I'm changing as I am changing them. So see this like a pilot episode, you know, they can change things to episode 2, and yeah, so stick around if you actually would like to see me revise and write a book that I will hopefully get to publish someday. Well, I am going off to write now, so I'll see you for week 2 of the November challenge. Goodbye, guys!